Welcome back this week to the Footy Culture Podcast. We got the usual boys, everyone besides James.
James is having a great time in Las Vegas right now.
Yeah, Las Vegas just came back from Montreal. This guy is like he's in the world right now.
You know he can't tell us anything about Vegas because whatever happens in Vegas
Stays in Vegas.
Comes back to Canada.
Mm.
But no, we have a lot of rules to talk about.
Rules.
It's boring, but
Necessary.
we have the CPL is going to be the first league to take on the Wenger rule, which is you can't be offside until your whole body is crossed the offside line. Does that make sense?
It does.
It's not based on a body part anymore. It's basically you're offside if you fully pass the last defender.
Whoa.
So it's kind of messed up. I know it's the CPL. That's our home league. But if this was to be, I guess if it was to work and be better for the league, like, do we see other leagues taking on this rule?
I mean, I think it's actually sick that the CPL is kind of the guinea pig in this because it's great exposure for the league. I've seen some big accounts tweeting about it on X today that, you know, the Canadian Premier League will be the first to implement. And a lot of people are like, what the heck is the Canadian Premier League? But good. Now it's bringing some notoriety to the league. Yeah, if FIFA, UEFA want the CPL to be, you know, testing grounds for new rules and whatnot, why not? I think it's pretty sick.
So you think it's best for CPL to grow, like football to grow in Canada, for it to be a test dummy for these big teams, big leagues, sorry?
Why not? Someone's got to do it.
I don't know, man. I don't like it. I think if you're trying to be a legitimate league here in Canada, if you're trying to become that main league besides the MLS, I don't know if you shouldn't be the experiment. You shouldn't be a guinea pig.
So you think it's a bad look on the CPL?
I think it is a bad look on the CPL. One, because you're trying to go to sport here in Canada, so a lot of people don't even know the rules. Now you're bringing this new rules into the game that most people don't even know is an actual rule or not. It's like I remember back then it used to be like third division, like German leagues, or like, you know, 6th division, 7 division leagues that are trying this out. Now you're going from that to the first Premier League in Canada. You can't be taken serious if you're doing that, man. I'm sorry.
But if anything, doesn't this bring more eyes to the CPL?
I agree.
If anything, this is going to be the first league where something major like this is implemented, right? More eyes on CPL. We saw the same thing when that snow game in the
Finals, yeah.
right? Everyone was talking about it, right? Everyone.
Yeah.
I think more exposure.
Yeah, but those are different. Those are two different types of exposure. One is incredible because you see something that, you know, us as Canadians see all the time: snow and football being played in snow, and then the guy scores a bicycle kick, and that's like that's a cool thing to see. It's not even Speed make a video about that, right? But then to us, go from that notoriety all around the world to we're the first league that's going to try this new system out and be the guinea pig, basically. Yeah, you might hear for right now for a couple of weeks. But afterwards, no one's going to care about it. That's just how it is. That's no one's going to care about it. And again, if you want to take this league serious, I don't think it's a good thing.
I just don't see how it's going to be implemented as well as you'd want it to be because we don't have VAR to begin with. So it's all going to come down to debate. Same as it is now. Like offside now is still up to whatever the linesman says is offside. Obviously, we know the rule. No body part can be past the defensive player, second last player of the opposition team. But we see VAR where something like this is called for, right? That doesn't get called on no VAR leagues. And now that you're implementing another system where a player has to be full body is to be offside, that's still up to debate and up to what the linesman thinks is going to be offside or not. So it's still, sure, it gives a little bit of the attacking player some room to, you know, take some space and score more goals. We'll probably see some more goals. But end of the day, there's still going to be decisions where, oh, but I was onside. But no, you're offside. But no, I'm offside. And then the ref's going to have to call. It's all up to judgment.
Well, clearly this is not going to work then if there's no VAR. Because how is that going to work if there's no VAR?
Same way as it is right now. Just
exactly. So it's the exact same thing because right now there's no VAR. So yeah, refs can get it wrong. You can be offside and still count as onside. So how is this going to work? There has to be VAR if they're going to be using this.
to me,
That makes no sense. I just realized that. If there's no VAR, this doesn't work. That's the whole point of VAR. To see if that's going to work or not.
I mean, it could still work, but obviously...
It's already a thing, though. Why do you need to do this or say this if there's not going to be VAR? So I'm assuming they're gonna bring VAR to the CPL then, which
No.
is gonna cost
They got the facilities. For that?
exactly. Do they have the facilities at? Because if FIFA wants the CPL to be trying this out, I'm sure the FIFA have to provide the services and
I don't think it's FIFA.
or whoever it is.
Is it FIFA that's gonna make them do this?
I'm not too sure who it is, but like,
I don't think anyone's making them do this either.
well, they would. Then why the hell would the CPL be doing this? I'm sorry, it's not a
Again,
smart
just
move.
Maybe to be.
Maybe there was an offer by FIFA and they asked major leagues around the world who would be interested in partaking in this experiment. And maybe CPL.
Maybe.
Yeah, but it's not a smart move if there's no VAR, because like I said and Down said, there's already no VAR and there's already calls not being called right, players offside anyway. So then what does this change? This doesn't change anything.
It just gives the player a little bit more, like literally.
This only helps
more
people
space.
watching on TV. This is not gonna actually help the game. The ref's
You'll
not.
see a couple more
It's not like the
goals.
ref's gonna go back and check on camera because there's no VAR. There's nothing to be said if it's his rule or not.
I don't
Gotta
know.
do your job better, bro.
I
No,
think,
but it doesn't change. It doesn't change anything.
I think
if there's no
honestly,
VAR.
it's a stupid rule in general. Like they think it's gonna lead to more goals, but all it's gonna lead to is more low block. Because the only way to counter this is to step back, so they don't get that extra step. It's just gonna lead to a more defensive game, and it's not gonna be as exciting as they think it's gonna be.
I get it, and again, I understand if there was VAR. Yeah, sure, you can try it, you can implement it, but there's nothing VAR. There's nothing to try.
It's the same thing though.
It makes no sense.
with or
I
without
always
VAR.
thought like maybe the offside rule can change in a way where, yeah, sure, maybe the player isn't completely a full body away from the defender, but if he's coming into it from an offside position into a position where he's not offside and receiving the ball on an onside position, then that's okay. Maybe that can be changed. But for your whole body to have, even if you're facing towards goal and you have that head start and your body is like almost halfway past the defender, that's still an advantage to the attacking player to have that space, even having that little bit, even if it is like a meter of space to run through. That's an advantage on the attacker, where I guess they want to see more goals. But where you see a player coming from an offside position into an onside position and recover the ball, I feel like that's where that offside maybe can be changed.
I think the best way you can work it, because like you said, right now with the way the offside is, it benefits the defenders in a way because every little small thing you're offside. But I think this is like this is the other extreme. This is the full 180 extreme where like now it's benefiting the attackers in a way where defenders, like, yeah, you said, like, this is gonna change the game. They're gonna be defending a lot now or stepping back more. I think the best way to kind of do kind of both is you're seeing right now with VAR. This is with VAR. You're seeing how they're able to picture the player's positioning and like the whole body frame. You can see the whole body frame, right?
The AI shot.
The AI shot, right? They have the whole body frame, even his arms already out, and they make the line. I think the best way is if 50% of the body is on or off. Then 50.
But that's also
they're
up to-
already making. You can already see the body frames. So clearly, they can get that body frame. Okay, 50% of the body, they can use AI or somehow to cut the body in 50%.
But what's 50%?
I don't know. 50% of the body.
That's up to
you can't
debate.
do that, man.
I don't know.
That's why I'm saying
I
even
think
this
it's
one
simple
too.
to
That's,
do that.
that's why even this.
No,
Yes, it
you can't even
is.
explain it.
Bro, can you explain how they get AI video shots of the people's bodies like that already, like during the shots? You can't exactly. So you don't think it's easy if they they already have the body frame?
Why they gotta
They can
change
use
that
that
at all?
body. I'm saying if you want to
No,
do
no,
something,
50% is you gotta get like a 50%,
What's
and then you gotta get a
50%?
meter that shows how much of our percentage is 50
not that
zero
hard. See,
point
it's not that
six.
hard. No, it's
Yes,
not.
it is
No,
hard.
it's not.
Go. I want you to see
not
your
hard.
phone here and draw me the line where 50%.
Me with my use AI,
you got
man.
20
It's
minutes, bro.
asking me to do it
you got
as
LASIK, bro.
a human being to do this. No,
How much
it's the
time is it
ref.
gonna take? But you want to take more time out of the game?
This guy's to the. You know how much AI, how fast AI works? Is this gonna take an hour for AI to fucking see how this is?
On average, how long does it take for
Bro,
a
it
ref?
takes AI to.
No, stop.
You
stop,
ask
stop.
AI
Why
one
are you
simple
yelling for it?
question.
Why are you yelling for
You
it?
ask AI a question. It takes 2 seconds for it to
Okay.
respond.
How long does it roughly take when a ref blows the whistle from an offside call for them to get that shot?
Because what?
It's not instant.
Few minutes.
It's okay.
Oh, yeah,
But why? But why?
Because one, they're conducting the lines, they're conducting whatever kind of graphs, and then they're getting the opinion of the guys in the VAR room, and then they discuss it with the ref, and they go at it back and forth.
Okay,
Until
but
the ref
but,
comes with the main
why
decision.
does it take so long? Because they're trying to see the minuscule amount of he's just offside.
Yeah, and now you want
If
to see
you-
50% of
If
something.
you use the 50% of body, It's not you see the figure. It's not like you're trying to see the edge of it. You're not trying to
But-
calculate the edge.
but-
You just calculate
Okay,
the
but
middle.
if the
No,
other
no,
if
no.
the other percentage of the body is behind the player, how does it know the percentage of the other half?
It's gonna know.
No, man,
The AI is gonna find out how it is.
No,
If it's
it's-
50% or less.
I don't know. I think you're trying too much
You're
here.
trying too much.
You guys make it seem so hard.
No,
It's not
because
hard.
it's not. It's literally easy.
It is. Thank you.
No, now, right now, the only thing now is all you see is like if my arm or any piece of my body is the last piece that player is onside. If any piece of his body is on that can score a goal with, obviously if his arm's out, that's not offside, right? It's like here in it's
That's sweet.
offside. So you already know what an in and an out is. When you see 50%, like that's so like up to like
Yeah, that's trying.
It's not up to debate. It's AI is doing it all.
yeah.
At the end of the day, I think it's a great, opportunity for the league. It honestly shows that FIFA or whoever is, the governing body behind this rule trusts the CPL to be the tester for this.
I don't
right?
think so.
Look,
I don't think so.
when did they introduce VAR? Or where? You guys know?
No idea.
It's probably like Estonia or something.
Wasn't it at like a youth tournament?
Yeah.
2018 World Cup.
That wasn't the first time they used it though.
Yeah.
No, there's no way.
Maybe
It's
officially-
absolutely wrong.
Yeah.
maybe officially in a world tournament.
No, if in an official competition, yeah, I
Yeah.
would say so, but not like
Maybe in a lower league first, just to test. it out.
100%.
absolutely.
There you go.
But even like there was always those other rules like where you can substitute on the fly or unlimited substitutes or even a yellow card, a player would have to go on the bench for like 5 minutes. That was all done on like youth level, like football, like Ajax Academy.
That stuff.
The yellow card, the blue card too was all tested through like youth level football.
Guessing it didn't work. Didn't
So
come
the
through.
first live trial was July 2016, PSV versus FC Eindhoven. First international use, September 1st, 2016, Italy versus France. First official tournament, 2017 FIFA Confederations Cup. And then official implementation, March 3rd, 2018. And World Cup debut, 2018.
Well, for what?
For VAR.
Oh, so Jay just had
been
a
around. So 2 years before it actually like really got implemented, which
Mhm.
was into the World Cup. Was 2 years before that then. So everything has to take like a slow process. I
yeah.
guess.
At the end of the day, like we know the stakes that the CPL has in world football. If there is some trial and error being done here, it's not a big deal. Again, it's a really small league still in the start, small teams, so they can definitely try it. But I do think that VAR is gonna have to have a big role with it because now, okay, we got it good, but now tested in the league with VAR. How is that gonna be? Are the calls gonna be as quick? Is there still gonna be judgment? We know VAR now. VAR now is still not perfect, right? So imagine
Right,
adding
cool.
this thing now to it. So I still think it'll be interesting for sure.
So besides low blocks, what else do we see as a result of this new rule?
Well, as I said, I think low blocks are going to be huge in this now because you have to defend it somehow. You're not going to let some guy be behind you by a foot just to get like that extra. You're going to have to try and stay with them a little bit. So he doesn't get
I'm
that.
even thinking like we're even seeing Arsenal now and how they have their corner, their whole set piece thing. Like now you can literally stand behind the player and have like your hand like on your
Yeah.
shoulder, like or a leg just next to him, but like you're literally ahead of him by literally almost 2 feet.
And on free kicks.
And on free kicks, like at this point, you'd rather have your whole team like on the goal line and come off from that.
I wouldn't be surprised if they do that.
Start from the goal line, and as a free kick coming in, you probably move as the ball gets kicked out because, yeah, let's say I'm on top of the 18. There's a player like inside the 18 now with a head start, so you're gonna have to
That's
defend a
kinda
lot
bullshit.
deeper, a lot deeper, a lot deeper. You're about to see some games where players are gonna be defending from the goal line
Yeah.
and have to attack the ball that way.
This Wenger rule's got to go.
I think old man Wenger is gone senile, and it's time to put him in a home.
Wow.
Because, bro, I feel like with this new rule, we're gonna go back to like 2000s era football. Just
4-4-2.
4-4-2, 2 DMs, 2 strikers up top, left mid and right mid doing defensive work. Maybe even a number 10. Maybe we see the number 10 come back into the game, right?
We'll see.
Sits in the hole, distributes.
Maybe a super defender, like
Sweeper defender.
or what's a
No,
a sweeper?
sweepers.
Yeah, sweeper, and then a little super keeper, like a little
Franco
keeper.
Baresi.
Yeah, it'll be crazy.
Okay, but like we were talking about, did you have something to say?
No, go ahead.
We're talking about World Cup and rules. There are 4 new rules that are getting implemented the World Cup this year,
2026.
2026. So rule number 1. Let me know if you guys agree or disagree. A player who is substituted will have 10 seconds to leave the field. If he takes longer, the player coming in must wait at least 1 minute before entering.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Say that again. Sorry.
a player who is substituted will have 10 seconds to leave the field. So, you know, sometimes they're like, oh, yeah, good game,
Yeah.
guys, good game. No, they have to get off within 10 seconds, or else the guy coming in can't come. Like, the substitution will be made, but he has to stay off for a minute.
Woo! Keep it moving fast. Let's go. I like it.
So I think that makes sense because there's a lot of time wasted on stuff like that. Like, you guys, shaking everyone's hand, and then refs like, and
Yeah.
you know, stuff like that.
Keep
Yeah,
it moving.
keep him off for a minute.
Yeah, it's good anti-time wasting rules, right? It doesn't really hurt anyone.
Yeah, I think these are all kind of time wasting rules. Realistically,
What else you got?
So, rule number 2: if a player asks for a medical assistant on the field, he must leave the pitch for 1 minute.
Valid.
So,
Valid.
if the doctor comes on the field, that player is leaving the field, no matter what. Rule number 3: if the referee thinks time is being wasted on a throw-in or goal kick, he will start a 5-second timer. So now they're putting timers on throw-ins. If the ball is not put back into play in time, the throw-in will be given the other way, or in the case of a goal kick, a corner kick will be awarded to the opposing team. So I heard this was actually supposed to be implemented like this year, like this season, but it didn't for the Serie A. It was supposed to get implemented in the Serie A, but it didn't. So I'm glad that this rule is getting implemented, because I do think if a goalie is wasting time, because they could waste like 30 seconds easily just from getting the ball, putting the ball down, and taking the kick. Yeah, give a corner kick.
I don't know how well this rule will be implemented though, because like you said, if the ref thinks time is being wasted, what does that mean? If the ref thinks, what if the ref doesn't think time is being wasted?
It depends on the ref. I guess.
Drama
hate,
time.
I hate rules that's gonna give ref more control of the game, because we know how refs are and how they've gotten to be nowadays. They have a lot of
Main character syndrome.
control. They think they're the main character. They think they're always right. They give no opportunities to some players to even explain themselves. It's all this, that. And the day, the football might have to come down to where it's literally AI being controlling the game.
Or that's what we were talking about before.
Where it's literally just going to be from call to call. We'll have maybe VAR upstairs looking at it, but there's no one on the pitch. And yes, I do also think that there are players out there who also take advantage of the time wasting, the shithousery, sometimes, pulling on kids. Even today, we saw Rudiger kneeing a player twice in one play and not even getting cards. So
Never seen something like that in my life, bro.
there will never be a good point in world football where everything's right. And there's always going to be wrong from both ends. So
And the last rule or rules, they can now review second yellows.
oh, okay, that's a good one.
I think that's the biggest one, because a second yellow used to be yellow card, and you get the red card, you're out. You can't even review it, which is bullshit. Because half the time it's not even a yellow. And then the other part of it is they can review goal kick / corner kicks. So if it goes out for a corner kick,
Oh,
but it was actually goal kick, they could switch it to a goal kick and vice versa.
Is that kind of time wasting in that regard? In terms of like taking time to check that
Well, I'm guessing they have something implemented that's gonna know right away.
automatic?
the thing with this though, which is good because a goal kick or a corner can come from a goal, lead to a goal.
Yeah.
If it is a goal kick,
Arsenal.
right?
Yep.
Arsenal can get more goals in that way. But it all has to be quick. I hate times where we're as fans watching the game from the TV, from the comfort of our own homes, and we know from the first recap, the first replay of that play, we know, oh, that's a yellow card. Oh, that's a corner. Oh, that's offside. But the ref still has to go and check the VAR screen for the decision to be made, where the guys up there enjoying themselves, ordering Uber Eats, have to just say, hey, dude, no, it's offside right away. Or no, dude, that's a yellow card. But we're here on looking, and even the commentators it's offside. Okay, move on. It's a yellow card. Okay. And they're just wasting more time. That's where I hate more. And when there's times where there's almost 10 minutes of VAR wasted, the game, that ruins the pace of the game. Because let's say your team is losing 1 goal, and now 10 minutes of VAR and you're waiting there, that momentum is done. You might as well just call the game.
Yeah, VAR does kill the game sometimes, just based off wasting time. It kills momentum. But with the corner kicks, yeah, I think all these rules are good. I think they're good for the game. Yes, they give the refs more power, but I think it's for the greater good, because time wasting will be brought to a minimum. Obviously, depending on the ref, if the ref actually does what he's supposed to do with these rules. So
Do you guys think, like, for the whole wasting time thing, would not a stoppage time clock be better than that? Because like, okay, you walk into the corner is not going to waste time because the clock's already been stopped.
I
Right?
don't know if I like a whole like stoppage clock kind of timing kind of system. I don't know.
I think slowly, I think we're turning into American football over here, man, with these stoppage times.
Because what is it? We play about
clocks.
60 minutes every game in time.
Yeah.
I would say, okay, this is never going to happen, but instead of making a game 90 minutes, you make it 80 minutes, but you stop the clock. Or you're playing every single minute. Because if you're playing 90 minutes of football,
that's a lot.
you're dead tired, obviously. But if you play 70 minutes of football, 80 minutes of straight football, there's no time. The time is always the same. There's no extra time needed. Time's always stopped. But the game might be a little bit longer. It might be a little bit shorter than normal.
But then if you get all these stoppages, we start implementing commercials.
And that's what I don't want.
No, because the game will still have to start right away.
But it's gonna be this is gonna cost that would cost them more because the TV rights are gonna be longer. It's not gonna be just an hour and a half. It's probably gonna come out to like 2 hours, 2.5 hours because of how many stoppages there are. We already see there's like half hour minimum. Most of the time it's just stoppage alone. So they have to buy TV rights, which they're gonna have to make money off that.
Mhm.
And where does that come from? Commercials. And then we actually do become American football.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like too many rules. I feel like too many rules implemented in football. Slowly will become American football, and that's what I don't want. I don't want stoppages. I don't want referees to get so many, new rules that they can abuse as well. Because it's real. Some of them are gonna be abusing them too. Like we already see crazy stuff happening nowadays with the refs not checking VAR and this and that. So now more time spent. I don't want. I don't know. There's some good ones that you said, but also some ones that just don't make sense.
I think it's only inevitable that we see like in the future games being shorter.
Don't say that. Man.
I could see 60-minute games. Because bro, right now we live in like the TikTok, the reel, the shorts, low attention span era, bro. And if anything, I feel like I can't remember who was talking about it. It might have been PK or someone else, but he was saying like the data in terms of user attention on football games is super low, especially on the youth. Like the youth are not watching full football games, and that's obviously because low attention span. So I think maybe in the future, bro, we'll see like 60-minute games, bro.
It's funny like that you say that because like for me that's the only time where I can relax and actually
Yeah, okay. It's because on his phone 20.
get off my
He's
my
one of the
phone.
TikTok.
I want to record this kid during the
Get
Barca
off,
game.
get off my phone and actually like
right.
enjoy a game and enjoy my peace. You know what I mean?
The only time his phone is down is probably when he watches Madrid play. So he knows like every single moment that they're fucking being abused at.
That's football, exactly. That's what
Yeah,
I'm
but
saying.
you're not your phone's down for the wrong time.
It's football.
Whenever a goal scored in a weekend match, you're usually the first one in the group chat to send a message about it.
Because why?
Go.
Because why?
Because you're already on your phone.
Because I'm watching it. Exactly. Thank you.
You make my difference between you having your phone here and having the TV on loud. We're like, whoa.
I mean, your phone has
pretty
many.
much watching
Your
the highlight.
phone has many features. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Talking about new phones, right? We're not
You're
talking
like,
about, I have to text. I could just say it.
You say
Don't do
go
that.
baby with the
I say, "Hey,
BBY.
Siri." I say, hey Siri, say goal in the
You
chat.
definitely don't, bro. Because then it
My
says set
computer
by
just
Siri.
turned on, man.
I do. I'm not lying.
What? But what about when are we adding back the golden goal rule?
Ooh,
Do you like that rule?
Yes.
Not coming back.
It's so like dramatic.
Tiring.
What do you mean?
No, it's less tiring than
What do you
classic
mean?
right now.
How's it more time? After the 20 minutes, if there's no goal, it obviously still goes to shootout. But if you score an extra time, you win the
Oh,
game.
Yeah, it's done.
Bring back golden goal.
Yeah, like
I don't mind it.
the game versus Gala Inter, or Juve, sorry, would have watched that game would have ended like 10 minutes after extra time.
Yeah, I know.
Well,
It was second half extra time.
while we're at it, bring back MLS penalties. You think that wouldn't get people excited to watch? You're talking about people getting retention, like seeing a guy running towards the net and the goalie coming out. That's not gonna be like hype.
That sounds like what you
That's
need.
something that Pika would say 100%. We need that.
Bro, this ain't top baller, bro.
CPL should bring it in.
What?
CPL.
CPL should bring all these rules back, man. If they want to be the guinea pig.
Make a Kings League at this point, bro.
Exactly. At this point, make the Kings League and watch
All right,
that.
guys, I'm gonna have my card on my trust spell card, or whatever.
Leave my football how it is, man. I like 90 minutes of pure football. and enjoyment.
Nah, Dave would.
I don't
love-
want no less than 90 minutes, man.
Dave
That's
would
the only
love
time I can
60
enjoy
minutes.
it.
He would love it.
Yeah.
Why would I enjoy
Absolutely love it.
60
'cause
minutes, Subway Surface playing like in the corner or something.
It's like a split screen because
I don't think-
scrolling through TikTok on one side and then the game on the other side.
When's the last time someone here watched 90 minutes without touching their phone?
Me.
Let's be honest.
See, no, but
No.
Yeah.
90 minutes. Can I touch the phone at halftime?
No. Yes, but during the,
Oh, no,
the play.
I touch it when they score.
Dude,
Exactly.
I gotta go to chat. Oh.
Exactly.
No,
Okay.
but you know if it's Barca, I'm rarely on my phone.
I seen you on your phone a couple
No,
times.
but like,
Nah.
no, as a Juve fan, I'll admit, I go on my phone when we score or the other team scores.
No. We got a raw dog like Torino versus like.
yeah, let's watch a good game. Torino. This guy's saying Torino.
No, that's where you have to raw dog
Oh,
the
watch
tough games.
that.
That's what I'm saying. You have to raw dog the tough games. You can't be on your phone. It's like a defensive masterclass. Imagine that. You got to raw dog one of like the smaller.
I watch
games.
good football. Barcelona.
Oh yeah, Elche.
Sure.
Elche today. What a
I
game.
don't know, man.
Getafe.
Got toughest.
Leave football the way it is.
So you guys wouldn't add any other rules like they are adding now to the World Cup?
No.
I would add back
And golden
golden
goal.
golden goal, and I would also bring back where the goalie could pick up the ball.
No, that's
No.
terrible.
Yeah.
What is
Okay.
wrong with you?
That's the only reason why Denmark won the Euros that year.
Why not? Let's
You
slow
don't wanna
down.
see Italy dominate.
Let's slow down the game.
Bring back while we're at it, bring back remember that guy that used to head of the ball? Or hold the ball.
Steel
instead?
dribble?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bring that back too then. Might as well.
Fairlawn?
If we want to make it a circus out here and pure entertainment, like what are we doing, man?
You're the TikToker
No,
here.
I'm not, man. Holy smoke, what are you
You
saying?
got
man?
TikTok dance for
I
us.
watch more football than you.
But I don't got
This guy
TikTok
comes out
brain.
here and says,
I don't got TikTok brain.
Do a
Okay,
TikTok
I don't have
dance.
TikTok brain. Am I on TikTok right now? No, I'm not.
You might be on that iPad.
You're on the screen. You
No,
need a
I'm not.
screen.
I'm watching Vinicius getting a yellow card, man.
This guy's scrolling.
You're doom
Yeah,
scrolling. Wait, you're doom scrolling during the pod.
How about I'm looking for information that could bring up to the pod? How about that?
No, you're not.
I
So
legit
bring us
got
some information you just found.
Vinicius Jr. got a yellow card today, and it was the dumbest one ever.
But you watched the game. You knew that already.
Exactly.
Do you guys think they'll implement the Vinicius rule where you can't cover your mouth when talking to someone during a game?
Vinicius doesn't cover his mouth. This guy
No.
just says what he wants.
It's not going to be the Vinicius rules. The other guys.
Cristiani?
Prestiani rule.
You wouldn't call it that.
Yeah, I saw. That's what they might call it, the Prestiani rule, because he's the one who technically got in trouble.
But you wouldn't want to glamorize the perpetual victim, potentially.
Is he the
No, the potential
Accuser.
Sorry.
Yeah.
or no, not the accuser.
No.
Yeah, accuser.
The,
How's the
the
word?
plaintiff, or no, the defendant.
The bad
There you
guy.
In law, the defendant.
But also, do you want to be known as like if it's the Vinny rule? Do you want to be known as that as well?
One of
The
the greatest
video?
players in the
Yeah,
world
you
right
know,
now.
Mr. Champions League Junior, bro.
Oh my gosh.
It's just call it to cover.
No, but I do think they will, because
Come World Cup?
Infantino was talking about it. I saw.
yeah, I saw it.
So
I agree with it. I think that is one rule.
So what happens when players do it? They get a
No,
card
it has
instantly?
to be in like a
during the game.
a rude manner.
No,
What's
during the
matter?
game, you're not allowed to do it.
No, like obviously, like you could tell when they're
okay,
just,
but what if they make like a smiley, happy face, but they're
Exactly.
saying
You
derogatory
don't
terms?
know.
oh, bro, like
You don't know.
Like I hate you.
we will go.
Yo, these guys are gonna have to practice ventriloquism
Yeah, like we.
because they're gonna be like this. Hey guys, do a hug here.
you piece of
And then they're gonna be like, I didn't say anything. Look at the cameras.
Like
I
you,
hate your
you see
guts.
people now. Like there's legit people that go through a gameplay and see like they what's the word?
Mouth readers?
Yeah, mouth readers,
See that
bro.
in Spain a lot,
There's
bro.
so many mouth readers in Spanish media, football.
Yeah.
Like, dude, it's crazy. Every time Vinny says something, I see is the Spanish mouth reader say. talk about
Movie
it.
Star Plus, bro.
It's not that hard to read Vinny's lips, man.
Okay,
Like he's always like saying something. He always has something to say, and like you can tell what he's saying.
I
He
know.
doesn't cover his
That's what I'm
mouth.
saying. Like, if
And when he whines, it was like, oh my god.
that's what I'm saying. If Vinny doesn't want to cover his mouth, then don't let anyone cover their mouths, man. Like, just let them say what
Yeah,
they say. and
that's going to be the rule.
and
You
if,
can't cover your
they say
mouth.
something bad, then they get penalized for that.
But what's the what?
I don't think Vinny has ever covered his mouth.
No, he hasn't.
know.
Because you know exactly what he says all the
I
time.
rate it. I
and
rate him for that.
and I hate it, but I rate it. Like,
I rate him for that.
I rate it for him. Rate him for him.
Rate
like,
him
he's-
for.
rate him for that because like he.
Which is I
just-
get it,
just
but
does-
a lot of it too is not for him. A lot of it is like whining.
Of course, it's wine,
That's
bro.
fine,
Everything
bro. I
he
don't
says,
mind it.
every other sentence is 15 Champions Leagues. That's all he says, man.
Until Otamendi pulled up his shirt
Like,
and said,
This
"Hey,
guy's saying this
it's
to
a World Cup.
Getafe players today. Like, what do the Getafe players have to like?
Nah, he wasn't saying that to the Getafe.
100% he was saying that.
Champions
What else would he be saying then?
That's shameless, bro.
I'm better. Vinny is shameless,
Nah,
man.
I don't think he's that shameless.
Vinny is shameless. Did you see today when he tried to grab the guy off the floor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The ref stumbles over the player too, gives him a yellow card and like everything, and then he went up to the players afterwards and like he's probably saying 15 Champions League. What else would we be saying?
That's too shameless.
And the guy
What else
wasn't
would
even
he be
fighting back.
saying?
He was just
Okay.
like, come on.
Okay.
man.
Okay, so
Relax.
answer this. Who's the best shithousery footballer of all time?
Joe Barden.
Joey Barden.
Joey Barton.
Joey Barden,
Oh,
100%.
boy.
Man, what do you say to Zlatan? Big effing nose.
Yeah, he's just stupid though.
And what do you say about Neymar?
I don't know.
Show pony.
No, you said you're the Justin Bieber of football.
Oh way.
Well,
What does that mean?
did you have a guy?
Keen,
No.
Which one?
Roy,
Why?
because he's just a shithouse
What
player.
is he?
Bro, Haaland's dad put a bad tackle on him, so his what's it called? His retally was to break his leg.
Maybe he deserved it.
Like,
Sure.
it doesn't
That's
get
not-
worse
that's
than
not
that.
shit. That's physical shithousery. Remember, like more like verbal.
If you're going verbal, then yeah, not him, because he like his shit houses on the field.
I think
Verbal.
recently you gotta say Messi, bro. Low key, bro. Man's developing an ego at 38. Can meet up Bobo, and then the other day talking to the linesman or something or
The
assistant
ref,
coach.
he went in the reffing room,
Oh, my autograph.
and then like the other
Yes,
day,
yeah.
he went to the reffing room like 2 weeks ago, last week maybe, and the other day, yeah, you want a signed ball? The assistant coach of their team,
Yeah, it was a couple days. I think it was yesterday actually, or a couple days ago, where he was.
the last game.
It was yesterday.
It was yesterday, I believe. Yeah, where he went to because the
He scored.
players on the bench were talking shite, I guess, about him, and he went to the ref and said this, and now he pointed at the players on the thing. Yeah, it's definitely gone to his head
What's gone to his head?
that he's in MLS and that he basically runs the world over there.
Oh,
Yeah.
but he's been like this before that. Like,
We have
bro, Argentina versus Netherlands, he wasn't like that.
How old was he then?
This guy grabbed the ball out of the
Okay,
air.
how
but the
old
game
was he then?
on.
You saying that's his whole? He's always been like that.
No, I said he's not.
said he's
MLS.
al- you said he's always
been
been
like
like
that before the MLS. I meant.
Okay, yeah, but like to
MLS didn't
the
make him like
later
that.
stage of his career. In the beginning, he never did that stuff.
I think
he was the most quiet guy ever.
I think it was kind of when he left Barca.
100% was because like he
Because Barca a respectful club with values.
exactly at Barcelona he had mad respect for the club. He didn't want any bad light towards Barcelona. He went to PSG. I mean, he was pretty quiet there, but then he went to Inter. And
He
he's like, okay,
wasn't though. He was causing trouble over there. with
okay,
Mbappe.
but Miami was a lot worse. And then he's like, okay, now I'm gonna do what I want because like I don't care, man. I don't
Actually,
care.
it was a little bit bratty. at
So
first.
wow, Messi can finally say shit on a league where they kiss his feet. Like,
I mean, everyone kissed his feet. The best
so you're
player in the
saying
world.
if Messi did something wrong in the Liga or in Liga, they would just be okay with it?
Bro,
Probably.
Messi could do
If
whatever.
Messi went up to the refs after the game, like he was doing with Inter Miami a couple of days ago, and Suarez had to pull him away, the guy would have been suspended.
Nah,
What do you mean, nah?
I don't know about that.
He might not have.
Baby, I don't know. Depends, bro. The rest might be glazing at that point.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, do you guys see what Messi did to me?
Man, refs in the MLS are probably asking for his autograph after the game. So
100%.
Like, oh
I
my god,
said that, bro.
Messi just came into the room with us, guys. Oh my god.
Can I get an autograph while you're yelling at me?
Did you have something about one of the greatest fullbacks you want to talk about?
Oh, I do. So, a man by the name of Philip
transition.
Jasper Lamb, not his middle name, but
Jasper.
he's basically talking about how academies are failing, more specifically in Germany. So he said, academies are failing to answer one crucial question. What are we training for? What is our approach? While countries such as Spain and clubs such as Barcelona train their young players for years using the same system, with the same positional requirements and following the same procedures, Germany jumps from trend to trend, possession, transition, street football, positional play. All are important, but without a consistent approach, they lose their effectiveness. In the end, everyone could do a little bit of everything, but few have mastered anything properly. The focus everywhere is on flexible players, but a footballer doesn't have to be good at everything. They have to be very good at something. Unfortunately, defending, for example, is hardly ever taught in detail anymore. Body position, timing, aerial duels, penalty area defense. The old craft is also missing in attack, running to the near post, working against robust defenses, repeating the same movements until they become second nature. That's why I would like to see German football develop a common playing philosophy again at association level. Ball-oriented, organized, clear with a balance between attack and defense. If it implements such a philosophy from top to bottom, specialists will emerge again. Then Germany will get its holding midfielder who knows what he has to do in the center, a center back who will be difficult to beat, a striker who scores lots of goals in the penalty area. Then German football would make better use of its talent pool again.
Damn. Who said that again?
Will Blom.
Philip Lahm.
Valid, man. I think
know.
it's valid. Because look, a man like Phil Lam grew up in his playing career with a lot of specialists, right? And Arjen Robben, master of one.
Yep.
You know, the cut in left foot. You know, he grew up playing with like a Mario Gomez, who was a very like, you know, target man. You know, get the ball in the 18-yard box for him, he'll be able to slot it in. He played with a Jerome Boateng, where, you know, no nonsense defender kind of guy. And Philip Lahm himself, you know, never tried to do too much. Kind of like a
No,
He played midfield sometimes, didn't he?
that
Yeah,
doesn't mean he tried to do too much.
He played left back sometimes too. I remember his FIFA cards. He was left back, right back, center mid.
No,
I don't know how he was just a
No,
one-trick pony.
Again, those could be two different things. He may be versatile in the positions he could play on the field, but did he bring something different in each of those positions? He played the same in each of those positions, at least in my opinion. And yeah, look, German football's in a transitionary period right now. You know, 2010 time, it was like German efficiency and engineering.
Robot.
You knew what you were gonna get, right? Now it's, you know, you don't even know who the guaranteed starters are. You know, you don't even know the style of football they're going with. You know, you have guys like Wirtz and Musiala, but you have guys like, you know, Goretzka and Pavlovic who kind of play different styles, right? So it's interesting, but, you know, national team, you have to have your identity. What's the German identity right now? I don't know.
I don't see it.
Me neither.
They're following in the wrong team's footsteps, and those footsteps are Italy. Youth system shamble, apparently. It's if you're not going to have a system in place, look at where you're going to become.
Yeah.
Italy.
Like, I think we can all agree that, yeah, Germany might not have the best system, but Italy
They
is
did.
far worse right now.
And they might get there.
Far worse. So, yeah, you should look at Italy as an example. And I think Philip Lahm is talking facts. One thing he's true about is, like, look at me. I'm good at everything, but I'm not excellent. That's why I was in pro.
I thought you were talking about yourself.
That's
Wait, were you talking about
I
yourself?
was.
Oh.
I just said that.
No,
I was
thought
good
you-
at-
I thought you were
Like he said, I was good at everything, but I wasn't excellent at one. So that's why I'm not a pro.
Is that
sure,
why?
bro. But like, this reminds me like very. It's like very familiar to me because Roberto Baggio,
Oh my
Why
god.
did you say it like that for?
Roberto Baggio
Wait, you're not Italian, bro.
came out and said very similar thing about youth systems in 2006.
Damn.
And guess what happened? They
Nothing
didn't. They
changed.
didn't listen to him. Look where they are now.
Do
Now
you
Philip Lahm did the same thing. Are they going to listen to him?
Probably.
Probably because they're German and they
They listen.
they listen. Yeah.
That's the thing. Like, I think the best. It's obviously good to get advice from anyone, but like looking back at professionals, ex-professionals, and not just ex-professionals, legends of your country, and having them say these things out, people should be listening to them more. Let's be real. They've gone through it, bro. They know what they've been through, and they're seeing what's happening, right? Like, for example, Philip Lahm, like he said, he's gone through the era like where people were, you know, this is what you do, this is what you do, and he's seeing how it's transitioned. He would have more than anyone else the experience to say something like that, right? Same thing with Roberto Baggio. Same thing. Like, why aren't people listening to these ex-former players more? These guys have the experience, man.
Italy's just dumb.
Yeah, Lam. Go ahead.
I was saying Italy's just dumb, but I think Germany will get it right.
Yeah, like Lam's kind of spitting here because I feel like nowadays you see a lot of German players who are like kind of like half position kind of players. Like they're a 9 but not a 9, 10 but not a 10. Like you see that with like guys like Havertz, Ultimate. Like, what position are they really? You know?
Yeah.
I mean, I remember when Alphonso Davies said, like, someone asked him who the most impressive teammate he's had is, and he said Thomas Muller. And the guy he was talking to was like, well, why? And then Davies is like, man, he's slow. He doesn't do skills, but he could play two touch, and that's all you need. That's all. Simple. Thomas Muller, man, and he made like a 20-year career out of it. Damn near, right? So,
It is crazy, actually. Thomas Muller he's a perfect example of that. Like, I remember when I was younger, you would see someone like Thomas Muller, like, this guy, how's this guy a pro? Like, he does just simple stuff. The older you get, the more, you know, you see him play. He's like, that's what you want, man. You want this from guys, right? You're seeing him still doing it at Vancouver, right? He's still doing the same thing he
Carried them
does.
to a final.
It's nothing crazy, but he does the bare minimum excellent. He scored 2 goals against TSC, I believe. Like, that's what you need, man. Germany's missing that number 9, man. And I think, like, we're seeing like Volta, like James is, you know, propping this guy up to the pedestal. Like, he's a big guy. He has techie feet. Like, but is that what you need for a number 9? Just bring a guy who's a poacher.
Gonna score goals.
We've seen German strikers before.
Ooh, which one?
Gomez,
Who else?
Close.
Klose, exactly. Like
Yeah, but what-
Muller.
would you-
Those
would-
guys were just aerial and just poachers. They were just clinical on like just all they just needed one chance and they would finish it.
Yeah, but what's to say a player like Fulkrug or Woltemade like himself wouldn't be at that level in that era of football when a big player like that was of use. A fox in the box was more used. A player who can play with his back against the net was more, scoring more goals than it is now. Nowadays, you don't have those. Now you need guys with speed and pace to get between the lines and receive balls through and score goals. You don't see that anymore. What player today is like a Mario Gomez? Is like a Klose?
I'll wait.
Like those strikers, they weren't like crazy technically gifted.
But where's that today?
I don't know.
And that's
I
what I'm
would
saying. There is players like them because they probably built their game around. Okay, I love Klose growing up. I love the Gomez growing up. Those guys were my idol because I was German and I played the youth level, whatever. But now you don't got that. Who's the big guy now? You see Luka, but
That guy sucks. I would say that the closest to like an older generation striker that plays in this modern day
and well,
and very well, Victor Osimhen.
that guy
Yeah.
that guy has feet.
He does, but he,
He has
doesn't.
feet and he has tech.
No, he doesn't have feet.
He doesn't.
He has
He has
tech.
like a weird style that he has. Like it's not like doesn't have like a great touch, but everything he does just works. Like
Yeah.
everything works.
I can see what you mean.
Like he has like a clunky
He's
play
clunky.
style, but like it's
Yeah, he's
smooth.
not techie. Yeah.
like I don't know how to explain it. But I would say like he's like a perfect fit for like an old style. Like if he was in that German team, that Germany team. Fuck.
Jose Lu like 2 seasons ago.
That's
Other
true.
one. Yeah.
Yeah. And I also think it's part of it's not the forward, for example, like since we're talking about strikers. It's not the number 9's fault. Like it's the coach and the team asking them for more nowadays, right? Like that's just how football is
Nowadays, you don't have wingers who can feed you balls into a great position and inside the box. Now, you have a winger on your team to break through lines and pick defenders on. You don't have a player. You don't sign a winger to receive a ball and cross and find a head. Man, nowadays you see players who can't even take corners properly. They barely get into the box or they barely get into air. Crossing is the dead.
I don't know.
The only players who cross are fullbacks.
I don't know. Talk to Arsenal about that.
No,
I
but-
think they'd say otherwise.
They're a one off.
That's the only team that's actually like actively working on it, beside others.
Yeah, like I was saying, like I think strikers nowadays aren't even allowed to be that one trick pony anymore. Like they have to develop and do this and that, be techier on the ball because then they won't get chances, right? That's just how football is nowadays, right?
There was a moment in time that we weren't like teams weren't even trying to sign the big striker anymore.
Yeah.
Like we had Arsenal getting Gabi Jesus, you got Juve now getting Joe David, you got you had Kun Aguero for City, you had all these little strikers that were technically gifted, but were they the one guy who's gonna be a target in the box? No, because you had those, as Dan said, you had those wingers of this there to dribble on their defender and create danger.
How about a Sorloth?
I was gonna say that right now. There's a player like Sorloth or Erling Haaland who are big players in the box, but Haaland is up here. He doesn't compare to the players from back there. Haaland is very, very, very a huge outlier. But again, like you said, a player like Sorloth or a player like Girassi, right?
What about
they
like
got the goals?
what
but
about-
they got the size?
How do you think Gyökeres would do back then in the old time? He's not techie.
He's clunky.
He's clunky. He's kind of resembles
Probably Cook. He scored 70 goals last year.
Oh my god.
So imagine back then he probably scored 90.
That's what I'm saying. He kind of has that little resemblance. to
Beating
the old
Messi's
man.
goals for the calendar year, bro.
Another striker that comes to mind too is Mandzukic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
Proper
Mandzukic was-
striker.
He could play anywhere, that guy.
Did he have a left wing card before in FIFA?
He
or
played left
something?
wing for a whole
Or
season.
Llorente? Remember Llorente?
Llorente was his
Oh,
most, dude.
yeah,
He was one of the most underrated.
But you know what I mean?
Antics,
Like,
Aduriz.
a player like that today,
Aduriz, man.
you won't find that. He was he was a straight target, like bullied every
or,
single man.
what's the guy?
all he
The
did.
other Dutch that played in Portugal.
Dost?
Bas Dost.
Bas Dost.
What about Huntelaar?
Huntelaar?
No, Huntelaar was gifted at his feet. He was good.
What about Diego Costa?
That guy was just a bully.
I loved it.
That was good.
I loved it.
Jonas Pistolas.
We're just naming proper strikers, man. Now.
But the thing is it necessarily bad to develop players that are a jack of all but master of none?
You can't.
That is bad.
The problem is they're all turning out like this. They're all turning out the same. You need those. You need some that are gonna be a master of one.
I think you need talent to be a jack of all trades.
Milner
Like-
was-
A
Milner
lot
was
of players are like that.
Outlier
nowadays.
talent,
A lot of players are like that nowadays.
Who?
Huh?
like a
Jack of
Neymar.
all?
Talented and a jack of all.
What do you mean by jack of all? Like he could play multiple positions, or what do you mean?
Like a lot of players nowadays, like where they don't necessarily have like a fixed position where they could
So
play.
versatility, kind of.
Someone that could play like a 10/9 wing.
That's why I wasn't
/9.
Neymar.
No,
Neymar
he
had,
is.
to, Neymar had to change his football in his position because of his injuries.
Yeah.
He could have been a winger his whole life. Same as Ronaldo, sure, but like as you grow and as you age, as your injuries come up, you're forced to change your football game. Not because you're playing cam, the left winger, striker, there, here, and there. Is there players who can play more than one position today? I'm
Yeah,
sure there are.
100%.
Just think about it. But,
McKinney
exactly.
did every position but center back
But
and goalie.
he's
Eric
good at
Garcia.
all. But is he great at one?
He's-
it's
pretty good at all.
What did Pirlo? I saw a tweet. Pirlo said the guy was when he first signed for the club, he was nothing
Special.
nothing lifted his
He's
skirt.
just a workhorse.
He's like
He's a
Michael
workhorse. He's just a workhorse. He runs.
Nothing
He runs like
surprised
crazy.
him. Nothing surprised him.
No, but he was saying that they have to be talented to be. But did you mean like in the versatility way?
No, like a jack, like what? Like a Sergio Roberto is a jack of all trades. That's not what I mean
yeah.
by jack
That's what
of
I was
all
asking.
trades.
That's what I was asking.
But you're
Like, what do you
saying
mean
you're
by
saying
it?
he has to be talented to be a jack of all
Yes.
trades.
Like, what do you mean by what is your definition of jack of all trades?
Like you could do everything on a football pitch. You could score, assist, play make,
Okay.
Milner?
score in different ways. Like you're a 3-level scorer. You can score in the box, outside the box,
Yeah, but
with your
that's
head,
just-
right
that's-
foot, left
that's
foot.
scoring for you. That's talent, sure, scoring. But a jack of all trades, can you play right back and right mid and left mid and striker when you need to?
I mean, a good example is Valverde. He's recently, especially, he hasn't been
I don't think he's that good though.
exactly. That's what I'm
He's
saying.
good.
That's what I'm saying.
He's
He's
jack of
just jack of all trades, but he's not good at one position. When Real Madrid signed him, he was supposed to be a midfielder.
He's one of the players that's always on that starting lineup every single.
Yeah, but he was but at different
But
positions.
see, it's also dangerous to be a jack of all trades.
that's what I'm saying. I don't like it. I don't like it. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I
Don't
agree
play
with
in
you.
your best position. Gareth Bale's probably the best jack of all trades. Left back, right
No,
wing,
but he never
striker.
played left back at his best.
Yes, he did.
Where did he play left back at
Against
his
Inter, he
best?
destroyed him.
Yeah, but he had his time there. But when he went to play,
Oh, Inter, he destroyed
And then,
them.
and
Yeah,
then he played
did he get a
striker
hat
for Wales.
and then he plays striker for Wales, goes free kicks. Like, yeah, he's a jack of all
So
trades.
was that because of injury?
But
No.
again, he's also like an outlier because he's just elite. He's just elite.
The
elite.
best.
Like I think like
Right.
some I prefer someone like a Busquets in my midfield where I know he's just gonna get the ball, receive and distribute. You know what I mean? That's a player I want. I don't need every midfielder to be doing the exact same thing. You know what I mean? That's why Xavi, Iniesta, and Busquets worked.
Yeah.
They all knew exactly what they're doing. Xavi, Iniesta were those guys. You know, Xavi was the main distributor. Iniesta was the engine, and then Busquets was the guy who gets the ball back and
Yeah, he was
passes
just
it.
playing
That's
left wing,
what
man.
It was, man.
Like some bussy, eh?
I loved Bussy, bro, back
Right.
then. That was the best thing.
So if you had to, let's say for your future kid, if you had to implement one, element of the game where you only specialize one thing, what would it be?
specialize one thing.
Yeah.
If it's okay, give us the
Any facet of the game.
So would you say like pace, shooting, power?
Yeah, those
strength?
all
Attributes. Like one attribute.
One attribute you would want him to.
one thing you have to focus on and only focus on that to make him a specialist.
I would say dribbling and then passing.
Just one.
That passing.
Mine.
Why?
Dude, a player like Busquets too. He wasn't the fastest. He wasn't had no shooting, no dribbling, little dribbling. Knew how to use his body, defending well. But I think his distribution of the ball was the biggest thing and how to move the ball. Where I think passing, like you literally same with Messi too. Messi doesn't run. When he has to, he runs. But when you see him on the pitch, he's not sprinting to
First
balls
30
to recover
minutes,
balls.
just stands there.
He all he does is just how to place that ball into position to get your players around you in scoring opportunities. I think passing is the biggest thing.
I'll bring it one step further, make it even more specific. Vision for the game. Like you see those passes,
but-
like you saw recently with Pedri where he gave that pass to Koundé. I don't know. Like, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I mean by vision. Like, you see passes.
I don't know if you could teach vision.
You can't, that's what
I
I'm saying.
know-
I was about to say that.
I know it's hard, but I'm
I was
saying
about to say
like
that.
that's if I can teach one thing by this question, that's what I would
You
try.
can't
to
teach that though. That's
or I wish my son
IQ?
would learn. Like,
that's
the one thing I want him
that's
to know.
like the
But IQ
knowing
count, like,
football. No,
you
not
think
I
teaching your
choose like
kid the game?
again. I choose. I think it's too vague. Like that's like
I would, me personally, I would choose or I would ensure that he's 2-footed.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I still think even there's players out there who can do it with 1 foot.
Yeah,
really
but
well.
you're automatically at an
Makes you
advantage
better.
if you could play.
What
with both
happens
your
if you're
feet.
2-footed but you can't pass the ball at 10 feet in front of you?
But
What
again,
does that
like,
give you?
Okay, but like that could like okay, yeah, like what happens if you could pass but you can't shoot, run, do anything? Like
But we've seen players out in football who can do it with just passing.
no.
Who's a 2-footer that was good?
Dembele.
No.
He
Early
was quick.
Dembele, you thought he was 2-footed? I thought he was no-footed sometimes, man. Some guys the shot. You saw the what, bro? Messi when he had that open pass to Dembele. You think this guy can shoot both foot? Skies it. Like early Dembele was not 2-footed. I thought he was 0-footed.
Okay, 2-footed.
Yeah.
Totti, Del Piero.
Yeah.
Carzola.
Yeah, but they
That-
had their passing over their 2-footed though.
Okay, but
No, they had,
Passing was first.
had a little bit of everything.
I think the highest sign of an IQ of a young player is being able to play with both of their feet.
I do agree with that. It is a good
100%.
sign. Like you see it, like Neymar is close to 2-footed as well. I would say.
He is 2-footed.
Yeah, I would say Neymar is closer to 2-footed.
It's
not
Travella's
2-footed.
with the weak foot, bro.
Yeah,
PR2.
Neymar is really good with both feet. I would say that's true, and I think CR7 as well is.
I think
really good.
Messi's not though.
Messi's not 2-footed, but he's up there. He's 4 stars.
But that's but again,
Maybe
that's like
3.
that's like generational. Like if I'm watching, a U10 game and I'm a scout and there's no generational players on the field, I'm gonna pick the center mid that's 2-footed over the center mid that's 1-footed.
Yeah, like if you imagine you see like a midfielder who like he's on the right side, receives the ball, turns, and then you see him just hit a freaking through ball with his left foot. Like that's impressive because especially at that young age, kids are only using 1 foot. Let's be real. So if you had to teach something to your kid, yeah, maybe 2 foot's actually the best thing.
I'm teaching my kid physicality, man. I'm putting him in the weight room. 2 years old, but he's gonna be lifting 150.
Or you gotta feed
Alright,
him,
bro.
Might as well
You're
feed
gonna
him
destroy
burgers
his
while you're at it.
muscles.
You're gonna stun his growth, bro.
Just look at me, like he's gonna be like me.
And then he's gonna be a Damature. And then what?
I mean, 5 foot nothing, bro.
We're gonna oil up his arms, and we're gonna get him going, man. He's gonna straight body everybody.
Bro.
Left back, right back. Imagine the pace on the left back, right back. He doesn't need pace. He's just gonna body them, man.
Nah, bro. He's gonna be too stiff, man.
Or put him up top, bro. He's gonna be like Akinfenwa.
And what does that do?
Look how far his career went.
Bro,
He's kind of
hey.
low.
I'm
League
surprised,
One.
I'm surprised no one said shooting, bro. The ability to be able to finish.
Well, that
What
depends
wins
on
you goal?
you.
What
That
wins you
depends
games?
on you
Goals.
because
See,
Facts.
what do you want a striker? I want a midfielder as my son. I want a son that's
But
a
even then,
midfielder.
what position is most likely for you to like be at elite at like a certain like facet of the game for you to make pro? If you're a striker and you're someone who's a bagsman, scores a lot of goals, you're more likely to get signed than a midfielder who's unreal passing.
I
the
think a
ball.
defender would probably be the easiest because there's not many defenders that
Yeah, but how do you stand out as a defender?
you just gotta be the best.
You don't, bro. If you coach or you implement your future kid to be an absolute bagsman, scoring goals here, there, everywhere, bro. If a kid has like 300 goals at youth level, he's getting looks.
But if you're gonna
Facts,
implement
facts.
shooting, where's his touch come in? Where's his heading come in? Where's everything else?
Okay, but again,
you
like
got- it's
yes,
one thing.
okay, but like yes,
that's what the
you
question
implement
is.
everything, but we're just picking one.
It's
thing.
too hard. You can't do it.
It's
La
just a question.
Masia, you're a Barca fan. La Masia. Where do you see players that come out of La Masia play most of that come out of La Masia play the position the most?
Midfield.
Thank you. That's all I have to say.
Hey, but
But that's not specializing in one
But
thing.
why are players from La Masia coming into the and showing up and being the best players in the world and playing at the best? What position? Midfield.
Because what is
Yeah.
Barca doing? Specializing that type of position.
hey, but if
Passing,
you,
and they become some of the greatest players of all time because of the passing. I think is the most important.
And again, I'm choosing that, man. I'm choosing the way the Masia is doing it.
hey, but strikers never really come out of La Masia. If you pop into La Masia, you're popping in 600 goals. you're gonna turn some heads.
Yeah.
I know
That's never been done.
but I'm a midfielder myself. That's why I want. my
Who's
son to
that
be
young 15-year-old in La Masia right now? Supposed to be better than Yamal?
Ebrima Tunkar.
Yeah.
See how far that.
God.
Let's see if I hear his name in 3 years from now.
He'll get called. I think he'll get called up for. I was gonna say it's summer camps, but
So because we're all the La Masia strikers right now. Wasn't Samu one of them?
yeah,
Fati,
Fati, yeah,
Boyan.
Dongu.
Yeah, whatever that guy.
I don't know. But whatever, man. That's Barca for you, man. Like they'll produce elite midfielders. They'll produce a Yamal here and there, you know, once in a
Barca.
generation. But
I rate that take.
But like, imagine training your son to be an elite striker as a young kid, and the next thing you know, one coach decides, hey, he's actually got the height for a defender. Put him in the back, and the next thing you know, he's playing for Barcelona as a center back.
Yeah, but
It don't work.
yeah, but
It's happened.
yeah, but think
It's
about,
Araujo right there.
Yeah, but
man.
think-
What are you talking about?
but-
Imagine being a kid. You're supposed to be the good striker. Like clearly, he was good enough to be a striker if he was growing up, at training as a striker. And the next thing you know, oh, your height.
But if you want to make it to the
PK.
top of the game, you have to be the ultimate egotist, bro. You have to be the best in the most important position, which is striker. Striker scores you goals, goals wins you games. That's
Oh.
what you look for.
also as a father, from a pure enjoyment perspective, if you're watching your son like bag 5 goals a game, you're gonna be looking at the other parents like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's my son or daughter.
but if your son is like, like recycling the ball well, like you don't have many highlights to look at.
And
Jay-
that's
Jay-
why you don't know football,
Jay,
man.
Jay is the kind of manager. Jay's the kind of manager where my center back will do a goal line clearance and be like,
Not good enough.
No, okay,
and then
my striker-
and then my striker lays
Tap
it
and
off,
goal.
tap and goal. Oh my God. That's his 4th goal of the game.
wait.
Oh my, bro scored 4. Fancy stats. Bro scored 4
Wait,
goals,
wait a minute.
and they're all tapped.
No,
in.
answer this,
But
answer-
You went,
brothers versus brothers.
No.
but you went. What? The least amount of goals in the league. 0 goals against, and the defender was the best defense of the league. And then because the striker scored all these goals that were tapped in to say he gets all the recognition.
no,
Everyone cares about the striker, bro. Like you can look at it.
Not me.
You can look at it in all facets of life, bro. You think the gal care about pass completion rates for a midfielder? No, they want to see goals.
Also, answer this: your guys' nephew is in rec league soccer. Would you rather watch him bag 7 in a game or have a great midfield performance?
Oh my
be honest.
God.
Be honest.
If I'm
Come
seeing,
on,
if I'm
be
seeing my
honest.
nephew make a swerving pass to the right winger, like,
Over 7 goals.
and that right winger's not gonna have a touch because he's 7 years old, bro.
and I don't care.
And nothing's gonna happen out of
because
it.
my nephew's done. If I'm seeing my nephew ping a De Bruyne pass towards the striker like
But
that,
there's no
that's
positive
where-
action after that.
man. How many kids in youth age score goals? Like they all score.
Because you got parents who don't even care about the football. They're just there to like fucking scream at their kids and the refs half the time. They're like, "Oh my God, my son scored the winning goal today! Yeah, okay, guys,
goals
here's the
win you
chips."
games.
That's
bro.
what you guys
How
care
many-
about, eh?
Yo,
Yeah.
how many times? How many times have you?
Are you guys serious right
You guys
now?
are house league bowlers. What are you talking about?
Okay. Okay, the odds of someone making it pro is pretty crazy in general. I'm talking from a pure enjoyment perspective. Like the odds if you guys have sons, the odds of making it pro is not high. That's just honesty. But no, that's
Wow, man, that's
if
crazy.
any of us have sons.
Facts.
But if your son is bagging 5, you're not gonna get amped and start selling. Wait, at what moment? Okay, let's say he pings a nice through ball. You're getting up like, yo!
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yes.
you're saying you're getting more hype over the young body faith over a goal?
100%. So what you're saying is that every single parent out there should make their kids attackers and expect them to score 5 goals, or else you're not being a pro footballer.
I'm saying in the realm of the question I asked, I think the most important attribute, if you were to only pick one to specialize in, is shooting.
Do you have you ever
the reasons
have you ever seen because we've been
how many?
Let me
Go ahead,
finish
go
my
ahead, go ahead,
sentence.
go
This guy, bro. We've been to my nephew's games, and 99% of the time, every single player is crumbling at the top of the box, trying to score. Tap it in, something, everyone's falling, everyone's trying to hit it. If I see my nephew not in there, but behind everyone, and he's just distributing passes, yes, I am thinking that is more beneficial than seeing all these guys push at the attack and just try to score. 100% I'm seeing that. I'm saying that's a lot more better than that.
What's your take? You're kind of in the middle here. Let's say you're watching your son playing U10 soccer. Are you more amped that he's scoring bare goals in a game, or are you more amped that he's putting in a great midfield performance?
Batty, man. Like everyone's
Come on,
attacking
man.
at that point, man. And though at that age, everyone's attacking.
U10?
Imagine seeing your son in the back sending through balls to players.
Like,
But it doesn't matter because nothing happens.
Bro,
with
the
it.
whole team at that young age is attacking. No one comes in defense. No one comes in passes. Everyone's just like, if I'm seeing my son making outside freaking foot passes, like, yeah, man, that's more impressive. And I'm sure, yeah, most parents wouldn't see that and be like, oh, that's so amazing. But as a footballer who's trying to see my son grow, that is
doing
more,
too much.
that is a lot more better than seeing these kids just tapping shots in that.
the funniest thing is they can't see Dave's feet, and he's doing a little tap
It's true,
underneath
though.
the table.
So,
as
Spatty,
he's saying it.
what do you
better
think's
pattern.
better? What do you think is better?
I want to what's better? Like I want to base it off of what I did as a kid. Like
What'd you do?
what did I want? I wanted to score. Like I did want to score, but at the end of the day, yeah, like I was scoring 5 goals a game, but my dad would rather me have the good game, not just score goals. You got to do everything on the field.
Your dad was a coach.
Yeah, my
so
dad was
you know.
pretty high coach in
So
Vaughan.
when was the last time you scored 5 goals but had a bad game?
No, it's just like I don't mean by like have a bad game by scoring. Like he just wants me to do everything on the pitch. Like you can't just learn how to dribble past 5 guys every single time, but not know how to play as a team. Like I'm not talking about like young. I'm talking about like maybe a year before actually getting scouted and going to rep. You got to know how to play the game. They're not just going to scout you just because you could go around guys who don't know how to play soccer and just tapping goals.
So knowing how to play the game is knowing how to score a goal in whatever situation.
Yeah,
I've seen house league players score 5 goals, and you put them on a field with good players, they can't do anything
Why?
because they're scoring against other guys who don't know how to play. They're just a little bit better than the guys who don't know how to play.
But even then, if you're elite in that one category, you don't think you'd be elite when it comes to playing higher
No,
competitors?
not
because
necessarily.
the amount of times that you're given that opportunity on goal and score a shot, an open shot, is very minimal. You probably have one chance all game to have one good shot on target. To get yourself in the right position, to position yourself right, to get that first touch in. I'd rather my son or whoever have a great first touch before.
First touch plus merchant over the show.
No, I just so what? You'd rather have this guy
Great first touch, son.
So you'd rather have Timberlands. You'd rather have Timberlands, and then have that one shot and you can finish it. But that one shot,
Lukaku.
but you get
Son, your first touch was so great.
you get 10 passes in the game, and of those 10 passes, only one of them is a shot on target because the other 9 shots were freaking over there. Your 9 touches.
Yeah, because you got to take into account when you do. Like I'm on the fence. I could go either way. You got to take into account when you do end up playing a higher level. Like you're not gonna be able to dribble past 3
I
guys
get
and score.
that, but like this is a very like
I know that's why I'm on the fence because
It's very base question.
I don't have an answer.
There's no need to
Both.
analyze it too deeply.
I have to.
Yeah, but the first thing you're not teaching your kid growing up is finishing a ball.
Yeah, I mean,
No, it
yeah.
isn't. No, it
Wait,
isn't.
wait.
This was the question.
But that's still like, is that the question?
If you could specialize, then I didn't get one ask. It's not shooting at you.
Also,
I didn't say at the start.
when you're doing like
I think you are.
when you're developing as a kid, do they teach you to shoot the ball properly? No. What's the first thing they teach you to do when you're playing like a little bit of football?
Fire touch,
Pass the
how to
ball.
move with the
touch,
ball.
dribble.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. It's all.
Unless we're doing it wrong. Unless we gotta start shooting our kids.
we're
that
Canadian,
early.
so we actually don't have. We have no idea what we're doing.
Hey, look, son. I know Jonathan scored 4 goals, but your first touch was so good. It was so good.
Hey,
I'm so
man,
proud of you.
we just know levels. We know levels.
Hey,
There's levels to this, man.
There's levels to this. There's development, there's housing, then there's premier, and then there's above that. So there's levels.
Hey, little Timmy, I know Neymar Jr. over there scored 5 goals in the game, but the way you recycle possession, man.
Hey man, I just remember your
Another
dad.
dash on the sideline.
I just remember your dad begging me to come play with you guys. That's all I remember growing up.
And way to make it personal.
That's all I remember.
The fact that like
Hey, get
so
inside.
like yeah, your son could have scored 5 goals, but how did he score those goals? Tap ins, like off the ball, like off his body, like
No, I'm sure if he's scoring 5 goals, like he's probably one of the better players on the pitch.
I'm talking. He's talking about what's the first thing you teach.
I get it,
These
but, like,
kids are
I
like
didn't say
4 years
first
old,
thing,
5
I'm
years
saying
old.
What's something you would specialize?
You're
Yeah, but
specializing.
these kids exactly have to be that young of an age.
No, yeah,
Especially
specializing.
5, 6, like no
Hold
more
on, but-
older than that. If you're
but
trying
for
to
s-
specialize, like,
hold on.
teach them that first.
For specializing. Yes, he's gonna be great. This is what I'm trying to say. Yes, he's gonna be great at youth level. He's gonna be exciting to watch, but is he gonna become a pro just with shooting? No, he's not. You're not gonna see him be prolific just with shooting.
That's like any attribute.
So then you agree with us?
I'm on the fence because yes, shooting is the most fun. It's the most fun. Like as a parent, yes, I want to see my kid score 5 goals. You understand? But after seeing him go higher, he's not going to be as prolific, obviously,
Why is that? Obviously.
because he's not. Because he obviously doesn't have the other attributes, but none of the players do. I'm just saying, shooting is the most fun.
So what's the most likely to go pro if you specialize? in
Most
one thing?
likely, it's gonna be it's probably gonna be passing because it's gonna be the most IQ.
It's also the most used thing in every position. Is it not?
It's just it's a basic.
Does everyone
skill.
not pass in every position? Does everyone not have to know how to distribute to the
what's-
bare minimum?
It's the most basic.
No one
It's the
has to
most
know how to
basic.
shoot.
What's the biggest thing that
Yeah.
a lot of teams are looking for in a center back nowadays? Even goalies.
ability to play out the back.
And what's
And
that?
what's that?
Passing.
Yeah, but that's also
The
way football is now.
That's over.
You answer, man.
No, it's just the most basic attribute. That's why.
but
It's,
But
it's
you
one
can
of
have
the
a
most
basic
important.
understanding of passing, of moving, of running with the ball, of dribbling. But if you're an elite goal scorer, you're gonna get looks above the guys who are elite at passing but average or basic at everything else.
Yeah, but for a player to have an opportunity in any position to play in professional football, you have to be able to pass the ball.
Sure, well, because you specialize in it,
But
doesn't mean
so
you
just
won't
because I
have a basic
specialize in
understanding of it.
shooting, the only position I can play is striker. I'm not gonna be a prolific goal scorer, but I'm a center back. What's the point of that? But if I'm a great soccer player and I can pass the ball, I can play right mid, I can play right back, I can play center back, I can play striker, hold up
Oh.
play. That's the
That's
most
not necessarily in the
position and
defense.
attributes in the game.
I don't know.
Not really in the
I
defense.
think we leave it up to the
This-
viewers.
Yeah, this is a debate with no answers.
Yeah,
It's you won't get an answer for it. It's a debate with no answer.
it's all what
opinion.
it's all opinion. So let us know in the comments what's your opinion, guys, because this is a good topic, man.
Fair play. I got one more question.
Go ahead.
In your guys' opinion, which Pokemon would make the best footballer?
Easy to wonder. Score bunny. No,
Score bunny.
is it
Why?
that
Oh yeah, it's the score. It's the
Soccer player.
Soccer.
Oh yeah.
GGs?
He has. He
I thought you meant.
like,
I thought you
does
meant a different
keep us-
bunny.
Yeah, little bunny.
Is it score bunny then?
Yeah, it is. Because he literally does. He has a fireball. He does keep ups with.
Oh, actually,
He's really a soccer player.
But I would say Muck as a goalie, he just covers the net.
No,
How are you supposed to get that? Or
You got-
Snorlax.
no, you got it wrong. The best goalie would be Machamp. 4 arms.
Oh,
He's got
No.
4 arms.
bro, Muck could cover the whole net.
No, he can't, man.
Yes, he can.
So first of all, Machamp is a
he
champ.
oozes from the crossbar
Machamp
down.
is a champ. He has a belt, so you know he's an athlete. And on top of that, he's got 4 arms.
You know who I'm putting up top? Hitmonlee.
oh, good shout.
He'd be doing bicycle.
Oh,
He,
high
he,
jump kick, bro.
he would low key play like Ibra.
Yeah.
What? Who would be the best midfielder though?
Probably Pikachu. Just
That's not. He's like a winger.
He's
Bing,
like
bing,
a
bing,
psychic
bing,
type
bing.
Pokemon, bro.
Oh,
Like
True,
Zam?
because the brain,
Yeah.
right?
Zam,
The
this is-
IQ.
Hey,
Distract
if you
opponents.
guys
Like
don't know Pokemon.
Alakazam.
You guys don't know Pokemon. You guys gotta give it. Maybe Jinx as CDM.
Jinx.
Jinx in the 6?
puts
Yeah.
a fake wall in front of you. You're like, oh,
No, that's
That's
Mr.
Mr.
Mime.
Mime.
dude.
sorry, Mr. Mime.
Guy doesn't know his Pokemon.
What's Jinx again?
The one with
Jinx,
the
the
kids.
girl.
Oh yeah.
What about Blaziken? Do you think Blaziken would be a proper striker?
he'd be,
I
no,
think
he'd be a
proper right
winger.
back.
Oh,
Nah, bro.
Nah,
Bro, look at the
That's
legs, the
crazy.
kick, the blaze kick, bro.
true.
Bro, he'd
Let's
be a
go in the
proper
back of the
winger, I
net.
think. Like he'd be like a cutting merchant.
Think so?
Yeah, I think
like
so because
that,
he's
like
got the
that.
pace. He's,
Fiery down the wing, right?
Yeah, blazing down the wing.
Yeah. Facts.
Okay, fake.
I low key think routes would be a good
Okay,
good
Oh.
8.
Good A, yeah.
I think it'd be a good ball. Like that's maybe him and Sandshrew, your boy.
Voltor would be a good ball, bro.
Yeah, just like self-destruct on the field.
What
I-
Pikachu?
I think Pikachu would be probably maybe a left back, right?
Like a Messi type player or nah?
nah,
Don't think so?
His feet are too short.
No,
Man.
Messi's. I mean,
Yeah, low center of gravity.
Pikachu's got to be like the main
Main
guy.
guy?
Bro, Pikachu just use agility, gets by everyone.
Yeah, and quick attack too.
Ooh,
We don't think Gyarados could start on the right wing?
He's a mouth breather.
I don't know how the stamina would hold up. Also too big on the pitch too.
Yeah, you can't have over 7 feet.
Yeah.
If he's over 7 feet, he can't be on the pitch.
how about center backs? What's that guy? The karate monster.
Hitmonchan?
Is it Hitmonchan? No.
Karate monster.
The big one is the
Throw.
No, the sumo wrestler
Throw.
one. That's karate.
Mighty Enna? No.
Mighty. No, not
Oh,
Doc?
No, you don't talk about. He's a big body. He bends.
Oh, the evolution of
Big
Mount
hands.
Vegeta?
yes.
Big hands. He's like
That's
this.
right.
Hariyama.
Hariyama.
That's it.
He would be a good defender.
Welcome to the Pokemon pod. Yeah. Do you think a flying type would be good in net?
Nah, he has no hands.
No hands,
Flying,
yeah.
flying types are banned in the game of football. For
Yeah.
Pokemon.
That's true. too,
Actually, maybe like a Halucha.
Ooh, true.
He's a little guy. He's though. He's like this.
Maybe.
Okay.
What about my favorite Pokemon? Greninja
Greninja?
or a Winger.
Winger. Eh?
Stealthy man, making those
Won't
runs.
see him coming, eh?
Yeah, exactly, bro. Then he scores with his tongue.
Hey, man.
Okay. What footballer would be the closest to R9? I mean, what Pokemon would be the closest to R9? And that's a lot, and that's it. We'll end it there. I always say an R9 because I saw a picture of him.
Blaziken, bro.
I think that's close to R9.
Strong feet, quick as well too.
Hmm.
Bro, I can imagine Blaziken doing step overs at.
I couldn't too, especially what's it called? Mega Blaziken.
Might be a rap, bro.
Insane, bro. An athlete, definitely an athlete. One of the best.
My show.
What do you guys think in the comments? Who's the best Pokemon? as a
Unsubscribe.
footballer?
No one's liking Trico in the 6, eh?
Nah, you could probably put a Grovile or Skeptile in the 6. Trico's
Speed,
too
speed.
small.
Swampert as defender.
Yeah, but as a young talent though, because you know the potential's there.
Yeah.
No,
Like
I would
in
have a
the
Trico
youth
then. Trico's definitely has
In
talent.
the youth
Yeah,
ranks,
yeah.
In the
A
youth.
Trico, yeah.
He's nonchalant. Like he's just like
He's kind of like a Busquets, like a young Busquets.
Yeah. I rate
nonchalant.
that.
Yeah.
Wait,
I
which
like that.
Pokemon would be the best gaffer?
Probably Garbodor.
Garbodor?
No, meow. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could talk. You could talk English. Yeah.
He gets out to the ref too.
Yeah. You scratch him.
What was Squirtle on the sidelines with the glasses, bro?
The whole Squirtle squad.
He's the assistant manager.
I don't know. Those they would
No,
be great in the Argentina squad.
No, I feel like Blastoise is like a Tata Martino.
Yeah, like a Tata Martino.
The water boy.
All right.
All right, end it off, man.
Look, I just searched the AI here for like the best attribute, or whatever. Number 1, it's at speed. And you know what it says here? Why it's number 1? You can be the best finisher in the world shooting, but if you aren't fast enough to get away from the defender and take a shot, your skill is neutralized.
Wow, that's crazy.
That's true.
Is it though?
You could be
Wait,
the best
so-
shooter,
so
but you can't
speed
move out
is
of the
number
ball.
one?
Speed is number 1, apparently. Number 2 is the link passing. Why it's number 2? Passing is the primary way the team moves the ball forward. A team
Team move.
of great shooters who can't pass will never get the ball into the final third.
Yeah.
Ooh, so
number
shooter's last, bro. Shooter is last.
And the third one here is shooting.
There you go.
See?
Right there.
That's very true. You can shoot all. You can have the best shot, but if you can't beat the defender, you're not shooting.
Yeah, but the shooters get paid, get the brand deals.
I don't
The
care
shooters get the
about that.
love.
You think about the stuff outside of football.
No,
It all matters.
No, it doesn't. I think about football and football only, man.
All right, bro.
Sorry, man.
You're not thinking about the
You
boot
guys
deals?
lost the game, bro.
You're not thinking about the boot deals?
That's what I just realized, bro.
Wait, so would you?
When I realized about you guys don't care about
This is why Rodrigo got a Ballon d'Or and Vinny doesn't. Oh,
Yeah, okay.
Rodri.
Wait, so would you
Rodri.
rather be Erling Haaland or Jean-Michael Seri?
I'd rather be Xavi, Iniesta, or Busquets.
Wasn't the question.
Way to dodge the question.
You went from one of the best attackers to one of the worst midfielders.
Okay, would you
Is that-
rather?
is that what we're
Okay,
saying?
fair. Would you?
How about Haaland or Xavi?
Yeah, no.
Xavi.
Would you rather be Erling Haaland or Rodri?
Rodri, 100%. Rodri, 100%.
You'd rather switch places with Rodri than Erling Haaland.
Rodri's
Okay, so you're switching places with a guy with a bad knee.
And which one has a Ballon d'Or?
And better.
Ah, he's quiet.
Oh,
And a Euro.
PR d'Or.
chance at winning the World Cup.
And plays for the best national team.
And I also speak Spanish.
So you would rather be the worst player.
guy, bro.
Congrats.
This guy.
I low key would take Rodri too, but I'm a
100%.
Rodri fanboy though. I'm a Rodri
These
fanboy.
Brazilians.
All he cares about is fame.
No, all
and that.
no,
Scoring
all you
goals
guys
is
care
gonna bring you
about.
so much.
No, you guys just care about trophies.
What?
What is football to you?
Yeah, but it's not all about the trophy.
What is it about then?
About
Fame?
the friends we made along the way, bro.
See, that's what it is. You care about fame and being known, but I just want to play football.
No, you
man.
don't. No,
I
you
just wanna ball with
So
my
why do you
bros.
make content every
I
day?
just want to ball with my bros.
Jay's like, I would be more depressed if my Instagram account was locked over losing a World Cup final.
Why are you making content every day?
Because guess what? Why do you think?
Because you want to be famous.
Because I'm not a footballer. If I was a footballer, I wouldn't have to make
You
content.
wouldn't make content.
No, bro. I'm just trying to boost on the field.
You 100% would be making content.
You're lying.
But what's number one? You think
Football's
Haaland's up there?
first.
Like I want to do content before
I low
football?
key think Dave's would be content.
Over football?
But
Are you dumb?
No, Dave would be missing practice because he's on TikTok
It's a
scrolling.
mentality.
I would be practicing my weak foot every single day. That's the first thing I'm
What,
doing.
what foot's your weak foot?
Exactly. You decide that.
No one would rather be Haaland over Rodri.
Exactly. You're right. No one would rather
No,
be
sorry. Sorry. The other way around. Sorry. The other way around.
That's it for the Poke culture.
Sorry.
Gotcha.
But he meant Haaland. But yeah, make sure to like, subscribe. Hey, and you know who we are?
We'd culture, man. You know who we are.
We're the Poke culture.
If you made this far, comment Rodri.
No,
Comment your favorite Pokemon.
there you go.
There you go. That's even better.
And yeah, share with a friend.
Ciao, guys. Love you.
See ya, fellas.
Peace.
Later.
What's your favorite gen? Starters.
Me?
I'm saying Gen 2.
Timmy, what are you doing outside? Come inside. Bone my bros. Probably my bros.